If you're looking for a quick, easy, and beautiful ombre blanket, this is the video for you. Today we are talking a little bit about this deep teal ombre shell in the round blanket. It was so quick and easy to make, and it really took minimal counting. I would consider this a beginner level skill, since you really only need to do chains of 5 would be the largest amount of chains, and then you need to do shells of 7 double crochets. So definitely an easy one for beginners. And if this is your thing and you want to learn how to do this, please stick around for the next part. So here's the ombre shell in the round, and this is done with Red Heart Super Saver Deep Teal. And the original creator where I learned this technique was Play Hooky with me, and I will link her video where she teaches this technique. It is called Shell in the Round. So when you're looking at this, here is my center point right here. We started out almost making a granny square, and then the next round is the joining round. So it's basically you're chaining and setting up the foundation for the next round as it goes. And then it'll be another chain stitch round that connects, and it keeps going from there. And as you can see, this really makes a beautiful pattern play out here. I'm very happy with this. So I did use 3 skeins of the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in deep teal, and this blanket ended up being about 44 inches by 44 inches, and it does make a pretty large square right here. You could definitely just keep going and make this as large as you want, which I am actually going to do, in fact, with some Karen ombre for a different room in my house. This one is actually going to be a gift for someone, and I am really quite pleased with how this turned out. It is definitely one of those that you can kind of work on and zone out a little bit, because it's very similar to a granny square in your technique. So it's great. The only issue comes to be is in your corners, you have to be mindful to set up your stitches in that in the corner pieces, because there are extra ones here in the chain area, and so you can kind of see right there. This is what I'm talking about. And there are actually a couple places in this blanket, I don't know if I can find one here or not, where I did make a couple tiny mistakes. And what happened was, instead of having the 2 joining right here for me to make my shell on top of, I actually only had 1. But I'm actually having trouble finding one of those right now, which is awesome. That means that it is okay to make some small mistakes and some flaws, and you won't be able to find them. But what I ended up doing, where I had, this is not one where I messed up, but where I had messed up, is I just went into the space right there and created my shell anyway without having the V. And as you can tell, it is very hard to find. So I would give Play Hooky with me's I don't know if I would call it a pattern video, but definitely a technique video. She's using a couple different colors and changing it, and to me this ombre was just way simpler. It took out any guesswork. It took out you know, having to think or stop, and just being able to really work through this and enjoy the process of doing this technique. Another reason I chose this is because this yarn is so durable, and I am going to be giving this blanket as a gift to someone, and I know I can feel safe giving this, that it can be thrown in the washer. Of course, I would recommend people lay flat to dry, but it will be super durable, and I don't have to worry about, you know, anything bad happening to my gift. And this is really beautiful yarn. This yarn is located about anywhere and it's pretty affordable. And as you can see, I think this is probably your yarn that has the truest ombre effect. So I would encourage you, if you're looking for something new but fairly simple, definitely give this Scallop in the Round ombre blanket a try. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out Play Hooky with Me's instructional videos. I'll have a link below if you want to learn this technique. And if this is your type of thing, I would love it if you would stick around and subscribe so we can talk more about yarn, yarn hauls, tutorials, all sorts of great stuff. Thanks for talking yarn with me today.